Today, we're going to be rebuilding the most memed-on team in the league, the Dallas Cowboys, following their trade for one star, technically X-Factor defensive tackle from the New York Jets, Quinnen Williams. They traded a first round next year, a second round this year, and Mozzie Smith to make this happen. 27-year-old, I don't know if he's about to be 28 or not. Defensive tackle Quinnen Williams is obviously a massive boost to the run defense, which, of course, Jerry Jones completely highlighted with that whole Micah Parsons trade to Green Bay so many times, and finally they actually do make some huge move to improve that. I don't think Kenny Clark personally has worked out super well for them so far, and I mean, for the Packers over the last several years, hasn't really done a whole lot in the run game anyways, but Quinnen is a little bit different. He's a next step up for sure, and I think for once Jerry Jones kind of cooked. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, what you would grade it. I would say probably an A- for Dallas, and then probably a B for the Jets. I know they're getting draft picks, but Quinnen's a big part of that defense. Of course, while you're down there, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification to all so you know when the next upload is up. And that's pretty much that. As we look at the rest of this team, a tale of two halves, if you will, which is why I think they made that big blockbuster trade on defense. Not only that, but it seems like the Jets were just getting rid of all their defenders. But the defense for this Cowboys team is kind of the thing holding it back. Their offense, sure, didn't put up a great game against the Cardinals, but normally it is one of the best offenses in the league. Dak has played like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I know they've had some injuries at wide receiver, but it's been a very good duo. At least the two wide receivers have played well. Of course, Javonte's been solid. The offensive line, it might not look great here, but you could have worse, right? You could have worse. Jake Ferguson, I've never loved the contract, to be honest with you, but I've seen worse value contracts in the league. I definitely have, so I'll live with it. I'll definitely live with it. And then, of course, defensive side of the ball, they do have a lot of injuries as well, which is playing into why this side looks so weak. You got Diggs injured, which I will say, when is he not injured? Seems like ever since the contract, it's really been downhill for him, whether he's on the field or not. And then, of course, pass rush without Micah Parsons, it has taken a massive hit. Ezraku is going to be our number one edge for sure. And then I'm just going to develop Nealon no matter what happens. I don't care if you have some veterans, like Fowler, Clowney, whatever. I need to develop the youngest players on this team. Obviously, defensive tackle 2, Kenny Clark, really hasn't played up to what they were hoping he would bring in the run defense. I don't know what Packers games they were watching that would have made them believe he would have, but it's not been great. So yeah, I felt like he was kind of not a cornerstone part of that trade, but a pretty big part of that Packers Cowboys trade. And I don't know if they got bamboozled or what's the story, but I don't know. I feel like it hasn't gone super well there. Linebackers, I mean, you got a committee of guys that are... There's a committee of guys. They're really not great, to be honest with you. But, yeah, there's a lot to do on this defensive side of the ball. I know they made a big trade for Williams, but there is still so much more that they need to focus here. Whereas, again, offense, I do believe in quite a bit. So we'll see what happens. How much does Quinnen fix this defense? How much more will we have to do? I suppose we're about to find out. Also, that's another really good point. Can we... Yeah, I was about to say, can we even afford anyone? How are they going to do this? No, I can't lose Pickens. I can't even lose Javonte. At this point, I would not like to lose either. And the thing is, you cannot save money with a restructure midway through the season. Oh, and Aubrey. Aubrey's talked about on the Cowboys almost more than anyone on that team, to be honest. The two quote-unquote Cowboys players that are most talked about, Parsons and Aubrey, who Parsons, of course, isn't on their team anymore. But they talk about him in relation to Dallas, like, oh, well, if only you had a superstar pass rusher. And then, of course, Aubrey's like, oh, well, it looks like Aubrey's got competition with Cam Little and whatnot, and it's like, not everybody has a Brandon Aubrey. So, yeah, not a great situation that's the case, but I suppose when you can't crap on Dak because he's actually playing well, that's part of it, right? Dak would be the most talked about if he was playing poorly. I don't know how we're going to fix this, but yeah, for re-signings, there's nothing we can do. At least for now. Hopefully we can do something in the offseason. I have no idea if this team can make the playoffs or not. If they win, I think they're 8-1, so we'll have to see what happens here. It's the New York Giants. Maybe they make the playoffs if they beat us. I don't know. 8-1 was not enough. The 10th seed, actually. Where was 7? 10-7. So, yeah, we weren't even close. But we did win, like, at 500. The most at 500 you could ever see, because we even had a freaking tie in there to make it dead even. Actually, not even the most. It's physically the only way to be at 500 these days is to literally get a tie. That's actually kind of crazy to think about. But what was that 31st? Because I thought it was the offense. I was like, no way. Defense, apparently. Dak, 32 touchdowns, 10 picks, 4,000 yards. Javonte was great. Might even get a dev up, which apparently we can't afford him. Oh, man, all the players we're losing are going to get dev ups. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone ever. Oh, no. Quinnen with 9.5 sacks, 10 tackles for a loss. Clark, 9.5 sacks, 8 tackles for a loss. Edge was bad. Yeah, this was not a great year for us because all the guys that did well are guys that are probably going to be gone. There's no way we lose them both, right? Please. Just don't. Rookie of the year, number 4. Best QB, best wide receiver, actually, number 2. And that is it. Yeah, a pretty lackluster year, although it had a pretty clutch finish. We actually almost did the damn thing. Like, what did we take over at? 3-5-1, 3-6-1, something like that. And we finished 8-8-1. That's not bad. Eagles, Patriots, kind of a Super Bowl rematch. And the winner of the Super Bowl is the Eagles. Rodgers retires. Ryan Kelly retires too. Let's take a look at the progressions. If anyone went up in dev, Jake Ferguson. Actually kind of clutch. 86 overall. Did not expect that. Base sliders for XP for right now. We'll definitely change them, but for right now. And then Pickens, as you expected. So that, honestly, not terrible contract is probably pretty terrible now. I don't think we can afford him. Javonte stays star, by the way. And then defensively, got freaking Ravel and Diggs and all these injured players, but no dev ups at all. We are still negative, so I don't know where we're going to come up with the money, but we're going to have to try. Yeah, I think we're cooked. I don't know how to fix this. Restructuring CeeDee Lamb does bring in $16 million this year, so we might at least get Javonte, but I'd say it's probably damn near impossible to actually get anyone else. Which, if I'm going to lose Pickens, that sucks. But, oh my dude, Odigizua is pain. But as long as I keep someone, that's great. Crazy, and ironically enough, I'm actually letting Kenny Clark go. This is kind of the talking point from Packers' side of things, is that Green Bay was very likely to let him go the following year anyways. Definitely would have utilized him. Definitely could use him right now, even for the season. But as far as like long-term wise, I don't think Kenny Clark was ever making another season. And for us here as this Cowboys team, that's going to be the same case. We barely afford Pickens. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make a play for Javonte, but we got to try. 86 overall is pretty good. Could still try to get a running back, but we're going to go back to the well here and see if we can do something. Oh, who's this Quinnen Williams guy? That's a lot of money to save. And I think we're just cooked. I think Javonte's a free agent. We are like literally like up against it. We're already going to lose a bunch of depth pieces and Brandon Aubrey, ironically enough. I know there's already going to be, if there's any Cowboys fans watching this, already clicking off because we lost Aubrey, but at the end of the day, even with our rookie reserves, with having multiple like draft picks here in the first round, you know, we have nothing going on. We are 9 million. Oh man, this is so cooked. Javonte, I mean, I guess we're getting a new running back. We could have definitely kept Javonte long term. We could have probably had him at least 3 seasons. And that is seemingly no longer. We're going to try to go back to it, see if we can maybe get some money somewhere. I don't know how, but that's tough. I think we're just going to have to lose him. Jaden Blue is running back 1, I think. I think we're forced to. We'll be way too up against it, if not 9 million as is. That doesn't even count if we like trade down and get, you know, a second and a third, and there's more rookies to pay. So that is an unfortunate loss, but at least we kept picking somehow magically. All right, we're in the draft with pick number 15 overall, and honestly, I probably should have ran a real class for this one as well, because not only is it a class I've already seen, but yeah, those 2 first-round picks, you know, should have done that. Definitely will for the Jets. Probably start doing that, you know, right around now. I usually do like to wait a little longer when, you know, the combine actually is nearby, or, you know, there's a little bit of better idea of when players may go. But if that's what you guys want to see, that's what you guys want to see. A lot of you guys actually haven't even been asking for those, which I'm a little surprised by. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think if you're watching to this point. Looking at running back as one of our big needs. Obviously, there's other ones like edge for sure, long-term. Dent, cross. I'm willing to take one of those 2 if they're even there at 15, because obviously top 5 and around 1, I think the other one was. So I'm not sure. I'm just hoping that there's somebody there. Might have to make a trade out. Got some linebackers, got some corners. We need it all. All right, this Cowboys team has got potential, but there's also some older players we do need to replace. Like, Diggs is not a guy I'm super confident with. Dent went 2 overall. Like, we literally have Cross. What am I supposed to do? Trade up to 5 overall? That's crazy. Maybe. Let's see. Does someone want to explain this to me? How is 15 to 5 worth, like, 2/4? That's seemingly what we're getting. Okay, maybe it is a little bit higher. So it is like a third next year. I mean, for a pass rusher, why did that seem like it was really close and then all of a sudden it's not anymore? But for a pass rusher, yeah. I think you kind of need to do it. I don't even know if this guy's going to be good, but I'm all in. So Nealand, if I can keep the 4th, would be great. Don't think I'm going to be able to do that, though. I'm willing to do this. I hope Cross is good. If he's normal dev, that's going to be a sell, but damn, I really don't want to give up that much, but if we want him, we got to do it. This is so much. It's like, it's really not for where we're going, but it is still like, it's bringing me the pain currently. Made the trade. Steele, Nealon, a 1st and a 4th this year, a 3rd and a 5th next year. Man, I really hope Cross is good. That is who we want, though, right? Definitely is the guy we want. I mean, we had running back, too. We could have went. Damn, this rebuild's a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping we're at least getting star. I think, was it Dent we had last time? I can't remember. One of the guys was superstar. I think it was Dent. Hopefully Cross is at least hidden, though. 48 true talent is not super promising. But hidden dev is. Okay. 85 speed, 83 excel, hidden dev. I genuinely can't remember. I think it was Dent, though. I think we actually took Dent. I don't know if it was 2 overall, but very high overall. Of course, we're not trading up, so there's no point in even, like, fathoming it. We're going to probably have to trade down, if anything. So, we do see the running back Quentin is still there. I thought Peterson was okay, and I'm pretty sure Grant is, like, star, but I'm not 100% sure. Pretty sure, though. But one thing I'm 100% sure for, and it's not pretty sure, maybe sure, is that we need to trade down. We're going to trade down to hopefully, like, the end of the second round. Try to pick up a safety. Maybe get ourselves, a decent 3rd or something. I don't know. Oh, wow. I threw an extra second round on last second. Thankfully, I did, because I would have undertraded. So we're going to get a second round next year. So we lose a 3rd and a 5th or whatever, but we gain a 2nd, which is a massive win. We do drop all the way to the 3rd, though, which is definitely a drop, but that's fine. It's a really high 3rd round pick. It's okay. Sometimes you got to get a little aggressive, or not aggressive, but you got to get a little creative with it, if you will. You do have a linebacker, Nick Marsh. We have 3 players, so there's no point in moving around here. Hopefully we can land a safety, though. Marsh and Isaac. So we have a choice between Walker and Archibald. And I'm pretty sure we had one of them. Maybe both. Did we have both? We might have had both. Walker is slower, but he looks very talented. And then you have no question that Tracy Archibald is better. 34 true talent, hidden dev. Maybe we did have both, because, like, we actually have a chance here to make a play. I don't want to lose this. All right, we made the trade. We trade a 5th round pick to make this move. Actually, take that safety. I think we have no choice, huh? Damn, our depth is in the ground now, though. Phillip, Walker. I don't know, but we need safety, so I think we did, though. 33 true, and he is hidden. I don't know. It's familiar. It is familiar. But so is Cross, and now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it actually was him. I think it was Dent. With this draft pick, though, we do kind of need DT, but we can live with what we got, I think. I personally would like to go Grant and actually use him. I think he's hidden. I don't remember, though. I tried to get a different running back, and just nobody would make a trade. And he's not. He's normal. See? My memory sucks. It wasn't Ford. I don't know, dude. I'm just, like, focusing on, like, the past. Let's just move to 12 and the 7 and call it a day. I say the past as if it wasn't, like, several hours ago. We're starting a different rebuild. But even that's enough for me to forget. Like, it really is. I don't store any of that in the old noggin. Sanborn, I'm pretty sure. Again, I say pretty sure is good. I don't know. Either way we're to take him, he might be hidden. 66 true, he is. And, yep, hidden dev. I think that was the guy we sat on the bench. And then he ended up becoming better than the guy that wasn't. Right? I don't freaking know, dude. Either way, draft recap. I think we had ourselves a good draft. We're very close against the cap, though. Oh, 74. Raheem Cross. I am definitely curious to see what Dent looked like, because I think Dent was superstar. Cross is also superstar, to be fair. Maybe it was him. I don't know. We're just in confusion land at this point. I am sorry about that. Archibald, he does look like a strong safety, but he also is pretty athletic. I get haha Clinton Dix vibes here. We're going to get a sick rookie year, and that's about it. See the ratings. Stardev. And then Walker, who actually is built more like a free safety, but is slower, so it makes more sense at strong, is also hidden, of course, with the dev of also star. And then, of course, it doesn't really matter what the other two guys look like. I think you kind of have to start Grant. What is I don't know what Jaden Blue's like age is. Can't be more than like 22, 23. If he's 23, then you definitely start this guy. But if he's 22, maybe you do start the other fella. Dent, 73 overall hidden. Those ratings don't like resonate with me. And okay, so maybe it was Cross we had, or maybe we did have Dent and he was just an X Factor. I don't know. Who cares? Either way. Not a bad draft class, not the best either. We ended up, kind of equalizing, maybe positive next year. Lost the third and the fifth, but we gained the second, right? So I think it was a net positive for the future, and overall for right now, we did all right for ourselves. Oh, wow, he is actually 22. They're almost the exact same player. Grant's a little shiftier, which is kind of crazy to think, but he is. His agility's lower, but his change direction's higher. Change direction means more in the game. Grant's a better receiving back, but he isn't as good at trucking. I think Jaden Blue is going to be our starter. As much as I know you get the Rookie of the Year chance with Grant, I do also want to give Jaden Blue a chance to be our starter, because he's a real-life guy that could be a starter at some point. So that's the plan. So I'm not even sure why Seattle has Emory Jones, but Hooker, a third and a fourth for Emory Jones. All right, here is the team for Season 2. Definitely not our best work, but we were able to somehow keep Pickens. Got a new lineman, and then running back situation it's a situation. Defensively, we did a little bit more here, right? We got brand new safeties, brand new DT2, brand new right end, which was, of course, the toughest one, right? We had to go from 15 to 5 to get one. And he was a superstar, thankfully. But yeah, going forward, there's a lot to work on, right? Like, still maybe alignment, especially at the center spot. Running back, perhaps. Quarterback, I don't know. Dak might just straight up retire on us randomly. And then defensively, linebackers, maybe all three. Maybe another DT, because this guy is more of a nose tackle. And then cornerback, too. He's a 28-year-old who is pretty much locked into that overall. Other than if we do training camp for him, which we probably will. Oh, Lord, here we go again. Negative 7.2 mil. Good thing is, it's all kind of like, not all backups, but all players that are like backup talent besides, kicker, punter. So, of all the years to be completely broke, this is not the bad year, back-to-back years of being broke, but we're fine. Really just need Odigizua to go, which, yeah, he's a significant part of that cap issue. All right, headed to the playoffs. Really good season, but then kind of had a couple of losses near the end of the year. Still should be guaranteed playoffs, though. It's a pretty good season, and there you are, 12-5. The Packers are 14-3, so hopefully we outwin them because we have their pick, but not our own. So, there's that. Let's take a look at the schedule. Did not change the offense or defensive playbooks. I haven't really seen the Cowboys do a whole lot in Sim, but they're usually good team still. They're still a good team, just not always winning the Super Bowl. 4-4-4-5. Those are the yards. 37 touchdowns, 4 picks. Great year. Blue yards. Blue 42. Yards per run. 3.5 yards per carry, which is not bad for a low overall. 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. We don't hate that. Yards for the receivers are great. Tight end, pretty good. Mingo, not bad out of nowhere. O-line, also not bad. Pass rush, not bad at all. Izaraku, 10.5. Williams, 15.5. Sanborn, 7.5. Was that enough for Rookie of the Year? I don't know. A lot of tackles for a loss. 7 sacks for Cross. 4 picks for Diggs. Back to being the pick meister. Lil Fowl could go up in Dev. A lot of tackles in there. Kicking was not what we're used to. Punting, not great. But, yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. What about the MVP? It was Dak. Okay, I thought there was a chance. Didn't know if he was actually going to get it, but no, he does get it. Coach of the Year. I don't know why. I guess they all kind of look like that, but Pete Carroll literally looks like he's thinking about retirement, or he's looking in the distance at like, wow, look at that. That looks great. You know, he's just looking at the coastline. He's like, I might just sit on that bench and just retire right now. Dak, number 3 for Offensive Player of the Year, but number 1 for MVP. I don't know what that means. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Rookie of the Year, okay, I mean, it's not Cross, but honestly, a good trade-off. We want Sanborn to get it, because Cross is already a superstar anyways. Not bad. Dak, not the best quarterback, but somehow the MVP, sure. Maybe a lot of rushing touchdowns, to be fair, but it's kind of weird if this scheme has that. Let's actually take a look. 4, I mean, 335 yards and 4 touchdowns is actually quite a bit of rushing yards, to be honest. Either way, going against the Rams in Season 2. Maybe this is a quick one. I don't know. Going to the end of the game. It looks like a stop and score. It was 3 points. We get another stop. No score. This time a score after another stop. Defense is playing really well right now. 20-0, 20-7, 23-7. It's not over, though. It's still early. 23-15 with a 2-point conversion. And just like that, it's a 5-point game with them driving in. That is crazy. 0 points in the second half. Is that Marcus Mariota as their quarterback, too? There is no way this team is this bad. I refuse to believe it. And little throw under. Oh, my God. Who is that? Oh, is that the tight end Hodges? It is Larry Rhodes. Same thing. All right. 1 billion points unanswered has us down at least 1, maybe more. And we over-pursue, but for good reason. I think he might have missed him. Looked like he actually got broken tackled. Either way, a 1-point deficit, 4 minutes left. An offense that can't do a damn thing. I like our odds. It sounds good to me. Oh, no. The hell kind of kick was that, by the way? Oh, what a return. Nice cuts. I don't know what the hell that was. That was weird. All right, Pickens. I don't know why we're looking at Pickens. Like, why don't you look at Dak? Why don't you look at CeeDee Lamb? Those are the guys that are supposed to be doing the job. Let's take a look. Gain 5, gain 2, gain something else. 3rd and 3, good conversion. Clock is ticking away here. I mean, the team has it. It's literally a chip shot for the win. They actually had a really good drive there. Just got to hit the field goal. And Blue with a huge run again to the 8. 1 yard gives you the first down. You don't really need it either way, though. And we do get it. Let's get the first down. Call it a day right there. Sounds good to me. Game winning or game losing field goal right here. And there it is. 2 seconds left. I will be shooting this through myself. I don't know what that means, but sure. Shooting this through. Boom. Game winner, 26-24. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Team didn't need us at all. We just decided to come in just to make sure they didn't mess up the clock. That's really all there is to it. Looking at the quarterback comparison, Dak was not great, but he also didn't throw 3 picks, so that's good. Imagine if those 3 picks are like right out the gate, and that's why we got off to a good lead. Sacks, though, Kobe Turner, 4.5. Williams with 3. Unbelievable. 2 picks for Ravel, 1 for Archibald. And then clean kicking for Mr. Aubrey. Still need us to do a little bit better at finishing. 3 points in the whole second half after putting up 23 in the first. Come on. Those are disgusting numbers, and not in a good way. I don't know what disgusting numbers in a good way would be, but yeah, they're not. Tampa versus us. Let's see it. I don't know. I really liked that kick return last time, so I'm going to do it again. Kind of had some fun with that. Oh, wow. This team's actually not bad at special teams, apparently. End of the game. Come on, Dallas. We drove down for nothing, but it was a good field position battle, I suppose. And just like that, Tampa's leading. So, like last game, we struggled to score, but this time it's starting in the first half. Okay, 0 points. 24-0. Okay, here you go. Touchdown, 2-point, keeps you alive. Gotta get a stop, though. The defense hasn't been great, but it has not been as bad as this offense, as you can see. I mean, you have literally like a glimmer of hope, and you're turning the light off, you know? Like, what are you doing? You got a lot of faith in Mingo on this play. And for decent reason, he gains a little bit, 9 yards. Got a lot riding on CD here. It's a really tough one. Running back catches it. I don't know if the clock's running. It is. That's an unfortunate one. The fullback, dude. Come on, Pickens. This is all you. I mean, they're on this, but why not? It's George Pickens. Oh, wow. That's a defenseless receiver now. There's not a ref in the world that doesn't call that. Get to the line. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, that's what I thought. They weren't ready for it. And CeeDee Lamb will score down the sideline on a deep one. What a play. What a play. Of course, you need the 2-point to go with it. I mean, you don't need it, but you really do. Like, you'd be asking for kind of a miracle. Predetermined it because he is open. I'm just saying there's a chance. Will they actually kick it deep? I should have kicked it deep myself. There you go. Good stuff. Yeah, that first downside. Dude, 7-yard runs on back-to-back first downs. That is rough defending. All 3 timeouts are already gone. That is really not good. And we made a great play. All right. 3rd and 4. 3 receivers. I think you go with mid. It's pretty damn obvious this is going to be a throw. And he's going to waste every second. And he's got all day to throw. Little short play. There's no way. Okay, we do get him. That got a little dicey, but all right. I thought, to be fair, if we would have been on him, if that corner was on him, you could have pushed him out of bounds. You could have saved that 2-minute warning, arguably. That would be a situation where calling those timeouts early would have been a bad decision if we got him out of bounds, because the punt probably takes away the 2-minute warning, and you don't get to keep that timeout. Oh, my God, and they pin us down inside the 5. Jeez. We're going to go 96 yards, and we need a 2-point conversion to go with it if we even get it. That's crazy. And something tells me they're probably not going to be giving us a look deep down the sideline. Barely got that off. Good play, actually. Maybe it is a deep down the sideline. Pickens for a massive 33-yarder. I don't know why they're matched up like that. It was a linebacker on him, I think. That route sucks. That route, dude. I can't believe Ferguson. What's the point? If you're slow as hell and you can't run a route, then what are you doing? Get off the team. I don't care if it's a corner on him. It has nothing to do with how fast or how good the corner is on him. He just ran a garbage route. And I anticipated something better. Like, that's your break? That's your cut? Dude, what? Who are you tricking with that? Should have freaking hit Pickens again. Damn, that's a force. But either way, kind of a long shot anyways. Damn, that sucks. I want to see if we could do it. The answer is no. That freaking Guardian helmet on a lineman, that is the most absurd thing. Some crazy ones out there, but the lineman ones are wild, wild. Dak with 2 picks. One of them was us, to be fair, but still. You can't exactly win the game not scoring points, and this team did a whole lot of not scoring. What was the scoring summary? Did they show it? 0 points till the 4th quarter. Yeah, that's a tough one to win, believe it or not. Who would have thought? Packers versus Ravens in the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens. Winner is the Ravens. We're still broke as hell, so I don't know what we're going to do to get out of that. Dak's an X Factor, which is huge. 34 years old now, 93 overall. Regresses a little bit, but overall, not really. And then what else do we have? Ferguson, somehow, an X Factor, despite being... Yeah, I mean, the route running was iffy. I'll tell you that much. That did not feel like 82 route running, at least for a tight end. 82 route running for a tight end is like 90 for a receiver. Jaden Blue, 85 overall. Didn't go up in dev, unfortunately, but he is looking solid. This guy's kind of looking goatly. I like it. That was a hell of a decision to start him. Might have gotten more out of Grant. I don't know. I'm just happy with what we got. Defensively, Sanborn goes a superstar. But that is it. Oh, Overshown as well, but he's like the oldest of the linebackers, so it doesn't really do much for me. It doesn't move me, if you will. But yeah, the team's in a good trajectory. Our draft picks aren't terrible, but our money, unfortunately, is. Do we have any retirements? Can we do any restructures? All the questions that matter. Yeah, we lost Anger, I guess. All right, negotiations. -8 mil. I'm not sure how you get away with that. So all these guys are unfortunately going to go. Even Aubrey again. Let's see, hopefully the rookie reserve at least puts us back to neutral. And it doesn't. Oh, my. Hopefully we got some guys who can release. Free agency's pretty weak anyways, but that wasn't really my biggest concern. I was just being able to actually feel the team. Not really too worried about free agency. See what we can do, though. I imagine we could. There's got to be somebody, right? Odigizua. Quinnen Williams again. Odigizua is not an amazing savings, but savings nonetheless. I don't know if anyone takes this hit, but I mean, if they even give us a 5th, I'm down. I think the Giants trade, but it's interdivisional. I'd prefer not to. Ursary. I think the Giants trade is probably the most realistic one. I don't think you get much for him, right? What's our money now? All right. It took a little bit of a dead hit, but with 7.1 mil, we should be at least comfortable enough. All right, we're in the draft pick 31, and one of our bigger positional needs, mainly going forward, is cornerback. I would say that linebacker is probably the biggest need, but one of the bigger needs that, teams can't live without, right? Like, there's been a lot of teams that have won Super Bowls with mediocre linebackers. Most teams, they kind of need at least one decent corner. And obviously we have one decent corner, but I'd like a second decent corner if you don't mind. And there's a couple of really good ones. The problem is, how we operate. We operate under the guise of waiting until you kind of have to make a move. As much as I love Dunbar, you might have to move all the way to 15 for him. Well, a top 5 is probably worth that 15 if he's normal dev, especially since he's sitting this year pretty much no matter what. I don't know if it's worth that spot. It's tough. It is tough because, I don't really love the other two corners. I would say I'd want Wheaton if I can't get Dunbar. Yeah, I like both of them. So we'll go until one of them is gone. I really just want one or the other. But hopefully it's not all the way up to like top 12. I think the highest I'd go is like 18. I think anything higher is sus. High pick. What? Wow, Wheaton's already gone at 13, dude. What does this cost us? It's got to be expensive. They want Quinnen. They want a lot of second-round picks. That is feasible, sort of. What do? You give him 58? There's no way that's even close. That's going to cost at least another third. I don't want to lose Dunbar, though. Let's take a look at the other corners, because Wheaton I actually did quite like, so maybe Pointer? No. Damn, dude. I don't know. What about Bullock? Eric Bullock, C-man cover. He's slow as hell. That's like a freaking slot corner if I've ever seen one. Gives me like Kyler Gordon vibes. I don't know why. And then Nick Terrell. He's good, but he's not great. I guarantee if we sim this pick, they're going to take Dunbar. No. Oh, I really want this corner because we need one. Honestly, top 5 might be good enough to actually put Diggs down to 3. We already have no 3rd or 4th next year. I really can't push this too much. Oh, man. Do they have any players? Hey, Joe Milton, the GOAT. 71 overall, Joe Milton for and a 1st, 2nd this with a 5th next year to move up to 15, which is, it's a jump, but I think it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. We end up with Dunbar. Hopefully he's not normal dev. We've seen a lot of guys like this. Only 5'10 as well is concerning, but he looks really good. He is 3 true talent, hopefully 78 plus, and no, he is hidden dev, so yeah, totally worth the trade up. What a draft pick. 26 in the 2nd round, I think, is going to... Did I sell, by the way? What pick did I give them? Or were both of the 2nd round? Because I thought one of the 2nd rounds was high. Oh, wow. Well, that is a mistake. I overtraded then, I think. It is what it is. It is what it is. What about the linebacker? Is he there? They're all gone. Damn, 3 to 4 is just gone. That's tough. Well, that's disappointing. Offensive lineman, maybe. Running back, sort of, maybe. Don't need the corner anymore. Damn, that actually does suck. I think we sold. I don't think we needed to give up that much. I thought I put the 2nd draft. I don't know. It is what it is. Definitely not feeling bad anymore. McFadden was really fast, but he's also really raw. Do I take one of the linemen? I kind of like Davis, but he is... I guess the biggest need going forward on the O-line would be center. And that guy is built like a center. Let's trade back. Let's get a little bit of extra draft picks. Raiders give me a 5th round 2 years from now. We haven't really traded down that much this year. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that it was 2 spots behind us. I assumed it was like the last pick of this round. Interesting. What about tight end, by the way? Tight end's one of those positions where it doesn't take long in the game to have teams that just, they're so good at that position that these really good tight ends fall. Nick Collins, as a Packers fan, this is tempting me. Nick Collins, guy's fast as hell. 58 true talent with Hindev, worth it. Worth it. Really surprised 4.51 is 87 speed. That should be 89, but sure. 26 on the 4th. I don't know if there's going to be a single lineman, but then again, we don't technically need one. It's just, future-proofing. Price is a UDFA, so obviously with that being said, we are going to take Marshall, who I didn't love, but I'm hoping. 104 true. Nope. Bad draft pick. Unfortunate. 6th round now, all the way down. Gonna go for the other UDFA. Could actually use a DT, to be fair, but too late for that, in my opinion. There we go. Zach Price. Hopefully he's worth it. Kind of selling on the O-line a little bit. Oof, that was a close one. Almost had another sell. It's actually, should we trade up? I think we might want to trade up for somebody on this D-line. Get some depth there. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I like him. Not our best O-line picks, but let's see if we can finish out. Oh my, I almost just backed out. I don't know what that accent was, but let's go for Ernest Turk. 6'5", 305, 80 true, hidden. Nice. Okay, there. That redeems that awful lineman pick. That's actually not a bad draft pick at all. Kind of curious to see what our DTs look like. Kind of want to give that guy a shot. We are broke as hell. Damn. 79. I was hoping for 78, 79, and we got 79. Very curious to see what Wheaton looks like, though, because Wheaton actually grew on me a little bit. That 40 time, man. 4.29, that's something. Star dev, usually the higher the overall, the lower the dev, unless you're in the 80s. Once you're in the 80s, okay. There's a good chance you're X Factor. Nick Collins, the tight end, not the safety. Rest in peace. He didn't die, but his neck kind of died. Jonathan Stewart. How could you? How could you hurdle and it not be your fault at all? But how could you, at the same time? Panthers upset Green Bay. And then now I'm thinking about a game against the Panthers in the past that upsets me. It's crazy to think, though, like, statistically, he would have actually finished as one of the greatest safeties of all time. Nick Collins. And, even David Bakhtiari, if you're talking about statistically all-pro-wise, potentially one of the greatest tackles of all time. I know it sounds like I'm overglazing the Packers, but you look at those all-pros, you look at some of those stats, especially Nick Collins, it's not a lie. I'm not just hometown glazing. Wow, look at these DTs. 6 DTs in the top 10 is crazy. Of course, here's Wheaton, 76 over. Oh, my. He's not a bad player, but yeah, if Dunbar went first, which he should have, I would have taken Wheaton without a doubt. Okay, maybe I glazed Nick Collins a little bit, but he had 21 interceptions by the age of 27, which I know nowadays it seems like there's some interceptions for these safeties, but that is pretty damn good. If he even gets another 15, 20, that's 40 interceptions in a career. That's like top 20 all time, I imagine. That is not top 20 all time either. Jesus, I'm lost. But David Bakhtiari, 2 All-Pros by the age of 29, and then, of course, that injury hits, and, it's a GG at that point. Could have finished as a 4 or 5-time All-Pro, which is, that's almost locked in Hall of Fame, just saying. If you're in the Hall of Fame, you're technically one of the greats, right? That's kind of how that works. All right, enough talking about a team that has nothing to do with this team. Well, kind of, actually. They're kind of tied together, especially this year. All right, season number 3 team. We're lacking a little bit in the dev for running back, but other than that, devs are actually pretty high. 3 X Factors and a superstar. Can't really ask for much more than that because O-line, you can't really... It's hard to earn it. You can, but you can't earn it. Now, the problem is... contracts are kind of getting up there. We got some linemen here that might be needing some contracts soon, which is, worrisome. Not going to worry about it right now, though. Whatever happens, happens. Linebacker, we get Clark back, but overall, still a huge position of weakness for us. Couldn't draft one, and it's disappointing. But D-line looks pretty damn good, promising. Corners look good and promising. Safeties look solid. The team looks like it's at least in the right trajectory. Maybe get rid of some other expensive contracts. I don't think we have any. I think we're like locked in with what we've got. There's really no one that's like, oh, I can't wait till we get rid of, Odigazua's contract or something like that. We literally have what we have. $65 million, Quinnen Williams. I mean, that's just an auto sign. Like with that, that's just, it is what it is. Tyler Guyton. We can afford that. Do we want to? BB, I'm sorry, you're gone 100%. Luafau has not developed. Clark, obviously, he was already a free agent, but nobody wanted him, so we brought him back because we needed the spot. And then future-wise, you have Booker. I would probably rather have Booker than Guyton. I get Guyton as a left tackle, but he just hasn't developed, man. Like, he's just not good. What are the sacks allowed looking like? He is having a career year, but that's not to say much. I'll keep him, but we'll see what happens down the line. At least we got pretty much everyone back. BB, meh. Going to the end of the game. This is week 18. If we win, we are in as like the 7th seed, I believe. We're 9-7. We had a change in the playbook of the Cowboys on offense because at the time we were, I'll say it, 6-7. As okay, offense is just going to do nothing. Second half, just nothing going. Finally get some more points on the board. 9 minutes left. The Saints are moving down like they've got purpose, which they don't because they're 5-11, in case you were wondering. And here we are moving backwards. We're once again, we're struggling against a 5-11 Saints team who is, I think, 7 overalls lower than us. That's the world we're living in right now. Okay. Just get that drag going. Oh, wow, that could have went a lot worse. We barely get the first down. Ferguson's speed or lack thereof just, it tricks me every time. It really does. Either way, 2-minute warning. We clutched up. See if the team can clutch up. There is no actual way that this team is this bad. And, okay. 24-21, we lose to the 5-11 Saints. I mean, hey, they're 6-11 now. Like, this is the team we're losing to. I don't know what to tell you about Sim. There's 2 or 3 playbooks in the game that are good, and that's it. You just got to run those 2 or 3 playbooks, and that's it. Aubrey, 89 overall kicker, misses a kick. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Going to take a miracle to make it. We have 2 teams that are 8-8. If they win, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they take the spot. There's no way we're making the playoffs. It'd be a miracle. It's just not happening. I just know it. Or I'm wrong, okay? We make it. Bears lose. Seahawks lose. I think Buccaneers lose. 11 seed. The Vikings lose. What? Did we just have the luckiest week of all time? No, not the team. I want to see the playoff schedule for everyone. So we definitely needed the Bears to lose. They did lose. We needed the Buccaneers to lose, I think. They lost. Who else was on that list? Seahawks. They lost. Wow. We just had the luckiest final week ever. Like, look at these losses. The Giants, the Panthers, the Jets, the Saints. We should have been like a 12-5 team. Maybe more. Wow. Okay. Sure. Playbooks don't matter, right? Yeah, I'm sure they don't. Look at the pass rush. Just garbage as well. It's terrible numbers. Like Quinnen Williams, just 5.5 sacks, 17 tackles for a loss. It's not terrible, I suppose. Picks are actually decent. Kicking iffy, punting iffy. I mean, if we play in the playoffs like we just did there in the regular season, yeah, we're done for. There's no way we're doing any damage here. Any rookie awards? No. Yeah, not a great year, but we're in the playoffs, and you genuinely just don't know. We lost to the Falcons earlier in the year, but we're 4 overalls on them. Come on. I just want to win a playoff game every year. We made the divisional last year. Let's at least make it to there again. Because we are getting closer, right? The team is getting better, and we're keeping most of our players for now. I don't know, but that's going to happen next season. But we're on the trajectory for a year 4, year 5 Super Bowl win. We are. I just don't know if we'll actually win one. As, again, we're the underdogs in every game we play, in every rebuild we do. 28-28. Finally, at least kind of holding a lead a little bit. 3-point game, and there you go. 4-point loss. Again, I'm not saying you should lose every game or win every game, but at the same time, I'm not the only one that sees this, right? Like, I don't know if you guys do rebuilds and this happens to you or not, but every single rebuild we do, no matter the playbook, no matter the team, no matter the overall, usually the overall is higher for us than the other team, we're the underdogs in the game. It's like, oh, well, if we win this game, we have to make a 14-point comeback, or we have to have a clutch drive to finish. It's never, oh, they won by 11. That's cool. It's like never the case. It's a little predetermined. Oh, Ferguson's clutch as hell, though. Say what you will, but the man is clutched up. Can't wait for another interception. Game-losing interception from Dak. Let's see it. Oh, wow. Huge touchdown. Actually, I should have seen who that was, but clutch. Problem is, maybe he gave up too much time. Oh, 3rd and 5 had a chance. 1st and 10 from the 13. All right, this is looking like forget the overtime. They're going to win it. They're going to win it. We got to make a play. Got to make a stop. Hopefully they just run it. Go to overtime. Come on, you know overtime. You got a good chance to win it. Oh, not bad. A sack. Quinnen almost puts up his season totals in this game. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm complaining that he didn't do enough during the regular season, but in this game, I am not upset with it. On the running back, he has the curls. He has all day to throw, and if that was a sack, nice tackle, keeps him in bounds. I don't think that's going to change much, but it's intriguing. Oh, man, do you not call a timeout? Hopefully they just hike it. Thank you. I don't know why you would ever hike it that early. Oh, wow, wide open. Yeah, okay, sure, touchdown. There's 20 seconds left. Again, if we want to win, we got to make a crazy comeback every single time. That's a disaster. See how this kick goes, though, because, again, with the new rules, if that ball's kicked too far, you have a really good chance to get to the end zone, or at least a Hail Mary chance. And there is, 35-yard line. Don't know why we're catching this and kneeling. Why don't we just let it bounce or catch it? But we do have all 3 timeouts. Maybe could have saved 8 seconds. We would have used one a little sooner, but it's fine. It's probably not fine, but sure. I said it. All right, what do we got? Turpin's unlikely. I mean, where is he going? Like, he's coming back to the ball. Come on, Jake. Like, we're better than this. Make up for it. That's a good throw. Go down. We need as much time as we can get. 10 seconds. Not really sure this does much for us, but we'll see what we got. And he drops it. It's like he threw the ball away. Maybe we should have just ran 2 Hail Marys and just had a chance. Got Lamb on the outside there. They're not going to give us a chance. I don't want this stupid play action. I mean, you get one-on-one with Lamb, and it's underthrown. 1 second left. The Hail Mary is just a stupid play, so if you're going to go for something, you should just go for something like this where the game just won't see it for some reason. Bring the blitzer, obviously. I can't even get a block from Ferguson, unfortunately. And we can't even get that ball off cleanly, dude. It's like 4v6 or something, and they get in instantly. That's tough. Again, we're the better team, yet we're the underdogs, and we lose 9-9 with a 90-plus overall team. That's tough. And then it just kicks me out. Nice. Pressing A to skip all of the, the problem is with all these games, not all, but most sports games, is they don't realize that, yes, your cinematics are cool. I'll admit, some of the cinematics and, they're like, hey, this is an NFL game, and here's the preview, and this, that, and the other thing, and whatnot is cool, and rewatching the plays is cool, but after a while, when you've seen it a million times, you're going to start wanting to skip that stuff. So let's make sure that when you're skipping all the cinematics, there's not a way for you to just instantly skip out of the game itself. Come on, let's fix that a little bit, maybe. Either way, Bills are in the Super Bowl. They'll probably win it all. And now the Falcons win. I mean, arguably, because of how close we got, we're the second best team in the league. Ironically enough, I actually went with the Falcons playbook on offense, at least. Oh, no. Dak retired. Oh, no. This thing's coming down. This might be a failed rebuild. Wow. Dunbar's a superstar, though, which is great. Diggs and Shamar James goes up in dev. I mean, you got to trade whatever you can to get a quarterback here, I think. I don't know what we're going to do here. But, yeah, Dak Prescott retires a bit earlier than I would have thought. I mean, I think he's 35 here. He just had not a great year, admittedly, and that might have actually played a factor. That's tough, though. All right, this is an interesting one now. Year 4 and year 5, you got to get a different quarterback. Of course, all the money in the world now. We don't have to worry about that. 5th-year option for Booker, that's actually pretty good value. If there's a free agent there, I don't care who it is. I am going for them. And kicker, punter, actually, you know what? The punter was pretty good. Kicker, Aubrey, though, he has not played like real-life Aubrey at all, so I'm not really interested. I'll sign him in free agency again if he falls, but that's about that. All right, any quarterbacks? You have Gibbs, Gibbs would be interesting. I don't really need him, though. Jacob's speed has dropped off quite a bit, but he actually is still a good overall. Yeah, quarterback's our big concern, and the best quarterback is, I mean, we can get Joe Milton back. I guess they didn't keep him. Gibbs is interesting, though. How well did Blue play? Jaden Blue was actually pretty damn good. I can't even hate. See if there's any team that maybe drafted a quarterback they didn't need or have an older quarterback that they replace with that quarterback that they, drafted. I don't know. But, yeah, if not, we're going to have to make a crazy play. Like right here, Sheldon Flowers. That could be a little sneaky one. Malik Anderson from the Browns. Maybe take a chance at one of these guys. I think you have to. Like, the Browns don't need Malik Anderson. They got freaking Gordon Golston, who they just drafted, so Anderson it is. Don't really care what his overall, like his actual ratings look like. Doesn't really matter to me what it costs us. We got to get him. I guess they didn't know what they had. They took a 5th round pick in Cornelius for this guy. I mean, I get it though in a way. Like superstar, it's hard because again we're playing Madden, right? 68 overall is a player that is not very good. They have not shown much, but superstar dev, you should be able to kind of tell, like, okay, superstar dev means this guy can develop. You just got to give him a couple years. I don't know if you trade that off for a 5th round pick and a backup tackle, but the trade difficulty's on normal. They took the trade. That's not my job to dictate that. Also, in defense, like, he's very mid. He's really low throw power, doesn't have much speed. Yeah. And we end up getting Dre Greenlaw. Huge upgrade at the Mike linebacker spot. I'm not sure how the season's going to go, considering we barely made it with a 90-plus overall quarterback, and now we have not that. But you know what? Sure. All right, so we are in the draft, and I got to say, this is an interesting lineup because there is a solid-looking quarterback at number 1 overall, Shepard, a top 5 true talent. But the problem is he's a top 5 talent grade, or projection grade. But look at the top 5, at least the top 4. You've got teams that don't really need QB. Like if the Commanders take this quarterback, I'm going for Jaden Daniels. If the Titans take the quarterback, I'm going for Cam Ward. If the Jaguars take this quarterback, I'm going Trevor Lawrence. And then if they don't, then I'm going to go to number 4 and get the quarterback, right? So it'd be stupid if this quarterback goes. I mean, maybe these 2 other teams, but I don't think so. And okay, I mean, I guess, you're done with, what's his name? Trevor Lawrence, which I will admit, he is only an 84 or 82. Is he 83? 83 overall. But if you don't want him anymore, I'll take him, I guess. I don't really want to restart with a 22-year-old superstar. I don't think, right? What are we looking at? Okay, I mean, man, I really wish I could have just had Shepard. Maybe not a bad move by the Jaguars. I guess maybe I do just rock that 22-year-old superstar. I don't know. Got 3 years contract. Looks good to me. But if that's the case, then what the hell do I take? Like I don't really... I was getting ready to just gear up for that quarterback. Should have maybe just taken... Because I did have a feeling. I was like, you know what? Jaguars maybe could. 28-year-old Trevor. He's 82, 83 overall. I mean, the thing is, if we go Trevor Lawrence, I could just... training camp him up. I think we're going Trevor. Does he need a contract though? 3 years left on his contract. Yeah, I'm going for him. I need that linebacker though. See what we can do. Like, I get it. That quarterback's a superstar, but we're on the final 2 years of this rebuild, and maybe final 3. Depends on if we're feeling it. Do that 6th season if you call it that. I mean, we don't really need O-line, technically. I mean, I want more O-line because I feel like we're kind of like falling behind a little bit, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barely linemen. I don't really like Marshall too much, but there's the trade. We keep 19. Don't know what the Jaguars are going to do with that. A left tackle, apparently. I mean, they've fully moved on. What can I say? They have moved on. And then I will say, linebacker, we've had 3 to 4s go early before. The guy's insanely athletic. I'm taking a chance on Dane Harrison. Is that actually 9? Okay, I thought it was just another one of those bugged ones. No, 9 true talent, hidden dev. I didn't think he was that good of an overall. I just like the fact that he was fast. I figured he's, 72 overall hidden. Something around that range, which I can live with that. But no, he's actually, really good. Okay, fair enough. We did lose our 2nd round next year, mind you. But we also could maybe flip that quarterback, just train him up a little bit, flip him for a 2nd or a 3rd round pick. And with this one, maybe we'll go for someone else. I think all the linemen were like day 3s, though, so I don't think there's going to be any. We do have a corner Compton. Let's go to the Commander. Let's go to the Titans. And even though, the interdivisional stuff is far from like, something we don't do anymore, I still, if I can avoid it, I will. I'll avoid the interdivisionals if I can. Yeah, no second or third next year, which is definitely concerning. But we got ourselves a brand new quarterback. We got ourselves, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, who knows what the league's going to look like in how many years is this? 3+ years. Maybe he is going to be a Cowboy, maybe. 28 years old. They had their chance at a generational quarterback, it looks like. I don't know if he's actually generational, but it looks really good. Very curious to see what he looks like. I mean, he's automatically better than Trevor, technically, because Trevor's stuck here at like 82 overall, 83. We're definitely going to try to get him going with that training camp stuff, though. Should be 84 overall, 3 years contract. They pay most of that, I'd say, or at least half of it. Interesting. Team has definitely gotten a bit different now. Super out of left field rebuild so far. Dane Harrison, 76 overall, hidden dev. Imagine Trevor Lawrence wins us a Super Bowl year 1. That would be just devastating to the Dak legacy, if there even really is one. X Factor, wow. Okay. Ironically enough, this guy is like kind of the Sam linebacker. I don't think he could do that, though. We'll put him at will and move our Shamar over to Sam. Although he might have already been. I don't know. Who cares? Cornerback, even though he was normal dev, 73 overall. Let's take a look at the decision from the Jaguars. I imagine it was a good one, though. Yeah, 80 overall. Elijah Shepard. 98 throw power. Damn, this 98 throw power is crazy, though. Let's take a look at the dev. I'm feeling probably only star, to be honest. Wow. Okay, so I don't know how far it would have costed us to get to number 3, but I think we just lost out on an 80 overall X Factor and instead got Trevor Lawrence, who is like that overall, but many more years older and many more lower devs. I should have went to the Jaguars. Damn it. Trevor Lawrence, though, is actually an 83 overall, so that's not the worst. We'll get him 2 overalls, hopefully, through training camp. And, 85 overall quarterback who's paid up. It's not an X Factor 80 overall, but it's still good. All right, here's the team for year number 4. A bit of a different quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is QB1. Anderson's actually already a 69 overall, so I should have just started him. But if it was year 3, I think I'm just absolutely fine with Anderson. But since it's year, it is year 4 now, I feel like you're pushing a little bit. Maybe he goes up to an 82 overall, but I think Lawrence, +2 here with our training camp. Hopefully, sometimes you only get the +1. You get the +2 upgrades, just doesn't always give you 2 overalls. Maybe with the season stats themselves, maybe 86, 87. I mean, I could live with 87 overall. So that's the hope, at least. And then defensively, linebackers actually getting pretty good. I actually kind of like the team. It's a 91 overall team. If Dak wasn't retired, I feel really good about being the front runners for Super Bowl odds. We'll see what Trevor Lawrence can do. I haven't actually taken a look at what his stats look like. Yeah, I mean, I get why they'd move on. I actually get it. We might have sold. All right, $99 million. What do we got to pay? CeeDee Lamb, Ezraku, Shamar James. Emory Jones is definitely gone. Jaden Blue, you obviously pay. Ravel actually goes as well. Diggs is gone. I would imagine Greenlaw's gone. A lot of money, but for right now, I think we can handle it. Not sure what's going to happen when we need Cross, though, because some of these contracts, they're adding up, right? I mean, this is like all of our money right here, pretty much. 38 for Lamb, but he is a very good overall, obviously. Ezraku, I mean, he is edge 1, arguably. I mean, you got Cross, but boom. Next up, Shamar James, the price, the contract, it's too good not to do. It's too good not to do. 5-year, 35, takes it. Huge contract, actually. And then, yeah, we're not paying Jones. I'm sorry. Not a bad contract here for Jaden Blue. And that's about it. $30 million left to pay Cross next year. So we're cutting it kind of close. This has been a ridiculous turnaround of a season. I mean, this has been spectacular. For a moment there, I was like, wow, this is a failed rebuild, which it still could be technically, but outside of that loss to the Ravens, we finished the season with 9 straight wins. Unfortunate loss, because that might have been what took us out from the number 2 seed, which might have been what took us out from the number 1 seed. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to go into it. Great numbers, by the way. Kind of happens when you run the Chiefs offense. But yeah, 2-5 start, and then just win, all the way against the Ravens. Yeah, don't tell me we beat the Eagles twice. Okay, we lost the first time, so maybe they would have had the division anyways. But Trevor Lawrence had a career year with us. Blue had a career down year. Lamb was amazing. Ferguson had 1,000 yards on the nose. Pickens was, not great, but sure, it's what happens when you got 1,000 for your tight end. Calvin Austin, not the best, but he's slot receiver. And then Blue, actually pretty good receiving numbers. Guines had 27 sacks allowed. Wow. Yeah, fantastic. Pass rush a little bit better. Cross with 15. Sanborn with 9. And Williams with 7.5. And then Ezra Rocket, we just paid 5.5 sacks. Fantastic. Kicking, Aubrey was great. Behringer was solid. Kick return touchdown for Turpin. We love to see it. Could this be the year? I'm just saying. Could you imagine Trevor Lawrence is the guy that wins us a damn Super Bowl? What about the Jaguars? No, he's not on the list. I imagine he won Rookie of the Year, right? Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, maybe just one of those both teams win type of situations. Offensive Player of the Year, number 2 for Lamb, 3 for Lawrence, not Dart. Abdul Carter, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no. Defense Rookie of the Year, yes, with Harrison. Trevor Lawrence was the best QB, so he's at least a superstar. Probably an X Factor. Taking on the Green Bay Packers. It's in Green Bay, though, so if this was at home, I'd feel like, maybe we lose, but in Green Bay, maybe Dallas has a chance, weirdly enough. I'm curious to see what Trevor Lawrence's overall is, though. Because, got to 85 with the training camp, and, you get the XP boost there. I'd say at least 86, right? I mean, that's not a bad overall. Both teams not really doing a whole lot on offense so far, which is not good for us. 0 points in the first half. All right. 93 overall. Can't put up points. Man, that's fantastic. Don't know what's wrong with Sim. I really don't. 12-10. 14-17. Good little turnaround here. Just like our season. Did we just miss a field goal, or did we throw a pick? I don't even know. 3rd and 18. 4th and 18. Green Bay, 5-point deficit. Will not win. 17-12. What a weird score. What a weird one. See how they played. Trevor Lawrence, 2 interceptions. Orlov threw a pick. I mean, just a group of bots playing quarterback, apparently. Just such a disaster. Zach Tom gave up a lot of sacks. Parsons, 5 sacks against the Cowboys. As a Rocket, 3, almost a season total. And then Aubrey misses a field goal because he always misses a damn field goal. He's a 90-plus overall or 89-plus overall. And he just misses more field goals than almost anyone you've ever seen. I know you had a pretty good regular season, but the playoffs, I swear, it's 1 per game. What did Micah Parsons say here? Nothing? No, we see you, Micah. Yeah, you see that loss too, bozos? How about that? Still a sick game, to be fair. Arizona Cardinals, 10-7. I mean, they are better overall than Green Bay, but I still like our chances. At least we're back in the divisional round. Closest we've been to a Super Bowl all rebuilds, sort of. Especially when you look at the matchup. It's a favorable one for us. Not saying we're going to win, because, again, every game we play, we're somehow the underdogs. If we win, it's like a last-second clutch-up. Chiefs offense, Bills defense, 5 overalls higher. At some point, a blowout needs to happen, right? Looking good so far. 21-3. Maybe it is. And very fitting to say it. I kind of lean towards the jinxing, the positive jinx, if you will. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. And the Arizona Cardinals are going to make this a 3-point game. They run out of time, thankfully, but, dude, 27-24 after being up 24-3. Just second half, we quit. We quit playing. Trevor Lawrence, a lot better performance, though. Kyler Murray back at the starting quarterback spot. Run game has just really struggled. It's probably just the scheme, though. Calvin Austin, actually a pretty good game there. Sacks. D-line was all right. Better for their side, though. And then Harrison, the rookie, 2 picks. Dude, I know. Every rebuild. I don't get it. I don't understand. What do you mean? That kind of stuff. But I don't know what else to say, because it's genuinely speechless stuff. What is determining 2 missed field goals for a 98 kick power, 98 kick accuracy kicker? I don't understand. It's all I can say, because I don't have an answer. 3 missed field goals in the playoffs through 2 games for the 88 overall kicker. 98 kick power, 98 accuracy. If that's not nearly perfect, what is? What I can tell you, is we're in the championship round against the Buccaneers. On the road again, mind you. Which, I mean, for this team, maybe not a bad case. Maybe not a bad situation. I know technically they have a good home record almost every year, but just when the big games hit, it seems like they lose at home, you know? Maybe it's just because they're in big games at home more often than they aren't. I don't know. 16-3. Looking pretty good at halftime. Huge touchdown, 19-3. Hopefully that missed extra point, it seems, doesn't come back to haunt us. 33-11. Finally a true blowout. Finally a true blowout. And again, they almost come back, sort of. 33-19, though. There you go. We're in the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence could actually win as a Super Bowl year one. That'd actually be pretty damn perfect. Trevor Lawrence, really good numbers. Really good numbers. Again, it sucks that like the playbooks kind of determine that kind of stuff, but we were losing. Dude, miss extra point, miss field goal. Sure. Sure. Just every single game. I even said it. He missed one field goal in the wildcard round, and I said, it seems like he misses one every single game. And then he proceeds to miss one every single game. Oh, Lord, the Bills. Maybe it's not. But you know what? We went to the Super Bowl. Even if we miss, the playoffs, we lose this game, we miss the playoffs next season, it's still a success. Actually, let's take a look at two things. First, the dev-ups. Trevor Lawrence, not an X factor. Very surprised by that. Feel like they do kind of like limit the double X factors. He is almost an 88 overall, so definitely worth the trade. No questions asked. Deep accuracy is still a little lackluster, but yeah, it just feels like the double dev-ups just don't exist anymore. Blue didn't really have a good season. Just weird to see him at normal dev still with how good of a player he is. A lot of dev-ups here on the defensive side of the ball, though, as Cross goes to X Factor. Then, of course, pretty obvious dev-up at Bland, and then Harrison was already an X Factor, but a couple of dev-ups here. Bland, huge one. Star to superstar for a guy that's like almost 30. I think he's like 28, 29 at this point. Is he? 29 is about to be 30. Yeah, pretty big dev up. Still probably not going to change too much, but here it is. The big game against the Bills. First things first, though, we do want to see how the Bills got here. Probably the number one seed. No, not the number one seed. They destroyed the Broncos, though. Then they destroyed the Ravens. And then they pretty much destroy the Colts. So this could be bad for us. We'll see. Either way, once again, just happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Horror Buccaneers could have been at home again. It is what it is. 3-0, not a bad start. Technically our first home game, by the way. I know it's not a home game, but considering we're the right side team, technically the home team. 3-0 at halftime. I mean, this is not going to go well for us, right? 10-0. Bills do get a touchdown. Huge drive, no points. And just like that, I mean, you just can't win a game when you put up 10 whole points. 3rd and 2. I mean, we're moving. Not very fast. 4th and 1. I mean, the way the team is played, this is win or lose, right? Right here. Maybe not win, but definitely lose if you don't get it. Man, you got some pretty good players here. Let's see. I mean, there's really no one open. Oh, wow. CeeDee Lamb breaks free. They ran into each other. That's why you run those, kind of crossing type plays. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch. One-on-one, perfect coverage, and he just gets hit by his own guy, and CD is clear. Huge, huge play. Come on, Trevor, don't throw a pick. There you go. I was about to say, if you lose because you gave him too much time, fair enough. But just don't lose because you don't get the touchdown. 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18. I don't know what to do. Like, do you really just run cover 4? You really protect the end zone? I mean, you can get him a field goal if you give too much. A lot of linebackers in. I do like our linebackers, though. This is a bad decision. This is just too free. And good coverage. Does get out of bounds. Gets 8 yards. They're not going to go for the field goal. Don't know if I like one-on-one. But I also don't like giving Josh Allen time. Oh, play action? That's crazy work. Play action on 4th and 10? What are we doing, EA? Like, I do like some of the plays from play action, but I usually cancel out of it or I audible the play before it starts just so I can get the routes but not the actual play action from it. And they run it. Dude, yeah. Oh, no. They're going to run the ball on 4th and 10 as we have won a Super Bowl. First year with Trevor Lawrence coming in. I mean, I'm half tempted to just put him in the thumbnail because it's confusing. I'm just like, hey, you know what? It's confusing. Why not? Dallas wins 17-14 over the Buffalo Bills, and we have ourselves yet another Year 4 Super Bowl win. And it's not just because we changed the playbooks, because there's many rebuilds where we changed the playbooks like beginning of year 2 or right at year 2 because we're like, okay, these playbooks suck. We know they're bad. Dallas, we ran it for 2 seasons. Didn't really love what was happening last season. Kind of saved the season, but didn't really do anything with the actual playoffs. And then, this year we obviously had the just going straight to the Chiefs. Which didn't land us that many more wins than we, had before. Like 3 more wins, which is good, but it's not like going from like 6-11 to, 14-3. It was playoffs to playoffs. We were actually on the road for all 3 games anyways in the playoffs, so it didn't actually change a single thing. Like, it really didn't. Maybe it changed who we played when we played them, but we still played 3 teams on the road. So, playbooks honestly didn't change much at all, other than, the end result, dev-ups. But let's take a look at the numbers. Trevor Lawrence outplayed Josh Allen. Both quarterbacks were pretty horrible, though. Jaden Blue fumbled twice, had 43 yards. Maybe one of the worst Super Bowl performances of all time. We've had some bad yards per carry guys, but fumbling twice to go with it. And guess what? Aubrey missed another field goal. 4 missed field goals in the playoffs. Maher? Not ma him, I'll tell you that much. Let's take a look at the, final win-loss situation. Again, year 4. It's the one. I think that's the one where it's like, okay, we talked about it. It finally clicked with us last Madden where it's not how well we build our team. It's just, I think by year 4, a lot of the other teams have not built their team well. So it's like, what have we done compared to what they've done? And usually we make the right calls. CeeDee Lamb, though, 99 overall back again. Might regress after this week of sim, but that's fine. George Pickens, this would have been the defining moment if we lost him, because there was no point in time where we had an extra draft pick where I could have used that on a wide receiver. I don't know where our next wide receiver would have come from. It would have had to be like some gem that we found, because there was never a time where I was like, oh yeah, we'll just take this wide receiver because he looks really good. There was never a time. We were barely getting by with the guys we had. We had free agent, linebackers at multiple times, Greenlaw being one of them. Lawrence, deep accuracy is not the best, but 1 year with the Cowboys and wins himself a ring. That's all I got to say. He's just him, I guess. Ferguson, we already looked at all those guys. Defensively, I think we've had this safety duo before. Hopefully that's the last time we do it, though. Hopefully we have not only, the real life class, if you will, but also hopefully we, in general, if we don't do the real life class, the weekly starting point is a little bit different, Done a lot of rebuilds on this specific weekly starting point. I don't know if they've just been delayed or what's the story, but I feel like we've done it like a million times now. Defensively, though, Shamar James actually developed pretty nicely. The only of the 3 linebackers that we thought had a chance to develop that actually did develop. And then what else do we have? So the corners, we already seen Bland, but I don't think we looked at his ratings. 89 overall. Man coverage a little iffy. Press is not the best, but zone obviously very good. Speed only 90, but looks good. And then we have Dunbar. 89 overall Dunbar. Looking good. And then what else? Diggs. I guess I'll look at Diggs. Why not? 88 zone. Press is okay. Not the best corner in the world. Not the best. What else we have? Ezeraku. 89 overall, of course. Speed rusher. He's going to be good. He's going to be very good. And that is no different this time. We have Cross now, Raheem Cross. I'm still trying to figure out, was it Dent? I'm pretty sure it was Dent we had. And I think we also took him at 2 overall. But either way, really good player there. Quinnen Williams, not the best in power move, but good block shedding, obviously. And then Sanborn, 93 overall for him. Very good block shedding, not so much in the power move. The wrong type of DT, but who won a Super Bowl? That's all I got to say. Let's take a look at Quinnen Williams' numbers. Definitely declined over the years with us, right? Like, it looked like early on, oh, wow, really good decisions, Did not change anything for this season. It just had not a good year. Then we went to the Bills defense, finally said, okay, these pass rush numbers suck. And he played a little bit better, but nowhere near those first 2 seasons with Dallas. These 2 seasons, you're like, okay, yeah, we made the right call. He's like goated. Then it's like, oh, I don't know. But, of course, Aubrey, don't even want to talk about it. Those playoff games were horrible. But in the end, we won. I want to say it doesn't even matter. No, we won the Super Bowl Trevor Lawrence, I guess, is him. Again, might have to be in the thumbnail just to confuse the hell out of you. Of course, obviously, you're going to have Quinnen Williams in there as well. Again, what do you guys give the trade? I don't even remember what I said, but Dallas very high up there. New York, you're not getting as much as you did with Sauce, and I know Quinnen's a little bit of an older player, and he's just, he's good, but, man, I don't know, because I can't really say he's not a difference maker like Sauce, because I think he is. I don't know. I feel like the Jets got more for Sauce, and they probably should have gotten equal for Quinnen. Like, Dallas is a team where, yes, you don't know exactly what they're going to be like, and yes, right now they're not winning many games, but they're a team that I would think next year is a playoff contender. And for the Colts, I don't know. Like, they could just disappear again. I don't think they will, but they could. Like, I feel like the Jets are basing everything super hard right now on how both teams are playing right now. When I guess the Colts pick makes sense, but the Cowboys one specifically, a lot of your capital you're getting is next year. It's not even this year, so who knows what's going to happen. I know you get that second round pick, but either way, really like the trade for the Cowboys. I get what the Jets are doing. It's just the Jets have constantly added a couple of good players and okay, maybe this is our year. Maybe we actually turn around. Maybe we actually sneak into the playoffs, and they don't. It's okay, let's just rip this bandage off. Full-blown rebuild. Get a billion draft picks. What happens, So we'll see what happens with the Jets, which I think will be our next rebuild. Will it be as soon as tomorrow? Maybe. We'll see. Because I do like to play our franchises. It's not even about, it's really just all about the algorithm. It's all about what is YouTube like. They don't like when you spam uploads. I would literally just post multiple videos a day. It would not concern me. It's just, it hurts it. It's like, if you could lift weights, but every time you lift weights, if you lift twice as much, it's worse off than lifting regularly, you wouldn't do it, right? That's my analogy for the day. Hopefully that made sense to you, because I don't think it made sense to me. Again, if you enjoyed this video and you love the ending rants, because I just can't stop them, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate you supporting the channel. Hit the bell notification also, when the next upload is up. Again, we'll have something tomorrow. Maybe it's Packers franchise. Maybe it's Jets rebuild. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's Panthers franchise. Who the hell knows? And yeah, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays, not Madden content. Really got to get that Borderlands series finished, but the editing just takes so long. Regardless, though, appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, I'll see ya.